All right, so I'm going to walk you guys through the time that you'll be there. So you've got your picture schedule up here, just the same as the kids have. It's going to help lead us through our hour. So the first thing that's going to be going on is playtime with those toys with a purpose. Some of the things will be like these little bristle block building toys. Some of them are like bead lacing, but all of them are really sturdy, really good sets of things that are not only engaging for kids, but are designed to be interactive for you to interact with the kids. As you set those out, you're going to probably put them out at various places in the room, maybe a few on the tables in the room, but they're going to end up being sort of like little stations where kids can just go and play. One of the cool things about that is that these toys are going to rotate. So when your kids walk into your room one week, they're going to see different toys than they saw the week before. So every week when they come in, instead of like, okay, it's the same old stuff that is always in this room, they're going to walk in and there will be different things each week. One of the things that will be the same every time, though, is that we're going to have a table for coloring, but instead of having unique coloring sheets that you have to remember to write names on and put them out in the hall and remember what kid they go with, we're just going to put paper over one of the tables, and there will be a coloring station. So one of the things that will be one of the toys with a purpose that they can always go to is coloring. So that will be something that will be there for the 2s all the way up through kindergarten, and that will be there every week. Those other toys are going to rotate, so you won't see the same toys for about 4 or 5 weeks, and they won't see the same toys for probably even way longer than that, because you're going to be there more often than each of your kids probably will be. So the toys with a purpose will go on. That will be what's going on during check-in. So all of the leaders that are not involved with receiving the kids at the door will be involved in playing with all of the kids with these toys. So the next thing that we'll go to after it's time for to get ready to get started is, like Allison said, we have a cleanup song. So there's a whole procedure for how to clean up, and the song itself is designed to tell the kids what they're supposed to do and where they're supposed to end up. Because it's not just to get cleaned up, it's to get cleaned up and be seated and ready to start the very next thing, which will be the prop talk. So Samantha is going to be like a guide throughout. She's going to be a sample teacher, so she's going to be a leader like one of you. She actually does serve in Crosstown at her campus at South Oklahoma City. And so I'll walk you through the hour, but she's going to model how you handle cleanup time.
Okay, friends, I want you to give me a 5 high in the sky. Let me see it. Oh, good listening. I want you to look at our pictures on the wall right now. Look with me and point. We've been doing playtime, and now it's all over. So we're going to turn it over. And what do you think is going to be next? Clean up? I think you're right. We're going to do 2 things. Hold up your 2. Show me your 2. Number 1, you're going to take all of your toys you've been playing with and put them back in their boxes and bring them to the leaders. And number 2, let me see your 2 again. You're going to come to the TV and sit down with your leaders to get ready for our prop talk time. Are you ready? Yes. All right, let's do it.
All right, it's cleanup time. All right, so then it's cleanup time. That whole song that you were hearing, there's a song that's going to play for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. It's going to reinforce what to do. After the cleanup song plays, one teacher from the room is going to lead through the prop talk. This is a little object lesson. It'll be different almost every week. For our 2s and 3s, you may repeat a prop talk during the month, but for the 4s and kindergartners, you're going to do a different one every week. And each of these things is a really important way to give a concrete, tangible example of something that they're going to learn in the lesson video that's going to happen in a little bit. So we're going to go through a sample how to transition from cleanup into prop talk, and Samantha's going to model through how one leader would lead the whole group that's all sitting there now. Each of the leaders is sitting with their little groups of kids, and one leader, even though they may have their own group, will lead through prop talk.
Oh, you guys did so great cleaning up your toys and sitting on the floor with your leaders. So now we're going to do our next activity. We just finished cleanup, so we're going to turn it around. It's all gone. And what do you think will be next? Prop Talk. Oh my goodness, some of you could read the sign? Oh, you are so smart. We'll put our star right there. And I have a special surprise for you for this Prop Talk today. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? What is this? It is a balloon. Good job. But I think it needs something. What does it need? Air. It does need some air. And I need a helper who could come and help me fill it up with some air. You have been listening so nicely today. What's your name?
Kendra.
Kendra. And how old are you?
More than 5.
More than 5. Well, I'm so glad you're here today, and you have been doing such a great job listening. I'm going to let you fill our balloon up with air. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Watch this. Good job. You've almost... Oh, you got it, you got it, you got it. Good job. Look, friends. Now it's all poofy because it's all full of air. Now I want you to take your hand and put it on your heart while I tie it. Keep your hand right here on your heart. We fill a balloon up with air. But when we ask Jesus to forgive us for all our bad choices and live in our heart, God gives us a special gift to fill up our heart. See where your hand is? You have a special spirit heart in there. And when God gives you his wonderful gift of the Holy Spirit, it will fill that spirit heart up with love. Show me your love. And it'll fill your spirit heart up with joy. Show me a joy face that's happy. And his Holy Spirit will even fill your spirit heart with power. Let me see your muscle arms. Oh, good job. I am pumped up with God's power. Say that with me. I'm pumped up with God's power. Good job. Give yourself a hand.
All right, so if you're wondering how to lead a prop talk, you have in your folder one of the sample prop talk sheets. Each week, whenever you go in to serve, that'll be in the little curriculum bin. There will be a prop talk sheet. On one side, it gives you kind of the materials you need and the overall goal of it. But on the other side, it gives a little bit of a sample script. You'll notice that Samantha didn't say exactly what was on the sample script, but it does give you an idea of how to lead through prop talk. Of course, you're going to do it a little bit different for your 2-year-olds than you will for your kindergartners, but that paper will be a different one in there each week showing you how to lead through prop talk. Okay, so now we're getting ready for the part that I'm really most excited to preview for you guys tonight. Each month, we're going to have an episode of a show that's about 20 minutes long or so. It's going to include so many cool things, everything that you would ever want the kids to know about this topic, they're going to see in the context of a Bible adventure. I know that you guys, we asked earlier, those of you that heard about the Bible app for kids, our curriculum was designed to correspond with the Bible app for kids, so that even the littlest kids who can't read, when they see the curriculum and they see the characters and the Bible story and everything in the video, they can go to the Bible app for kids and they'll be able to find the exact story that we're doing each month. And even, there's going to end up being about 40 stories in the Bible app, and they're just going to be in the order that they are in the Bible. But our kids will be able to find which story we're on any given month, because the icon that they're going to click on is the icon that the characters click on in the Bible adventure. And the place where the characters are on their Bible adventures is that little path with the mountains in the background that you may have seen in the Bible app itself. So the story that they see, the Bible story that they see each month, they're going to see the exact same Bible story that they're going to click through and investigate in the Bible app, only it plays as a full animation instead of being interactive like it will be when they investigate it at home on their own. So everything about this curriculum is designed for parents to be able to reinforce this at home. The other thing it's designed to do is be extremely sticky. So there's a lot of repetition, there's a lot of interactivity, and one of the things I'm really excited about is every month includes a song that is especially written to reinforce and teach the stuff that we really want to stick in their heads. And it's just going to be such a joy by the end of the month to hear them singing along with this song that says all of the truths that we want them to hear. They're going to learn a Bible verse with motions. And by the end of the month, we already, at Edmond, even after the first couple of weeks, the campuses that we've been piloting at it, some 2-year-olds knew the verse after the second week and could say it, at home to their parents without any prompting. So it's really designed to be very interactive, very participatory, and most of all, just really sticky for this age group. So the video is going to contain all of those things each week. And one of the things, though, that we've seen, because 20 minutes is kind of a long time for some kids to sit and watch a video. I mean, it's really short in the context of like a movie that they might watch, even if they're really little. But we've seen that the key to the engagement that the kids have with the video is the participation of the leaders. So when you're sitting there, before, all the kids would kind of sit in the middle, and most of the leaders would kind of get around the edge, like you're trying to contain them in a perimeter, which is the reality of it. But in this case, you'll know kind of that little group of kids that you've already sat down with after the end of the cleanup time, and you'll sort of keep that group of kids right around you engaged, because those are going to be the kids that at the end you're going to do small group time with. So the leader engagement is really the make or break sort of difference in the engagement that we see in kids. When it's time to stand up and do the worship songs, when the leaders stand up and do the worship songs and lead through the motions and stuff like that, then the kids are more likely to do it. When the leaders talk back to the screen whenever the characters ask questions, then the kids start doing it. And you'll see at first, it takes a whole few weeks for them to even learn the answers to some of the questions. So they need to be encouraged to do that kind of participation.